women at the cross, make some noise. Hallelujah. Can we just praise God for the visionary leadership of this house? Put your hands together for Pastor Reverend Dr. Senator James T. Meeks. And while you're standing on your feet, put your hands together for the minister who ministers to the minister, my mentor, Jamel Meeks. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this amazing day. Today is a holiday called Good Friday, where most people are out of school. But I want to invite you to join me for a special school session right now. It's first period. You will see many professors on today. I am just the student teacher. And for a few moments, I want to invite you to this Institute of Women at the Cross. And for just a few moments, I'm hoping you brought your textbooks to class. If you brought your textbooks, that textbook we call the Holy Bible, pull your textbook out for today's assigned reading. If you are reading on an electronic device, I want to invite you to look at the New International Version. The NIV, Luke chapter 22, verse number 34. Luke chapter 23, you're right, verse number 34. Luke 23, 34. Class, do you have today's reading assignment with you? It says, Father, forgive them, because they do not know what they are doing. And they divided up his clothes by casting lots. Today, because we have an abbreviated lesson plan, I won't get to talk long about the fact that his priority was prayer. After he had been beaten, after he had been spat upon, after he had been whipped, after he had bled, after he had been nailed to the cross, after he had been bleeding, the first F word that came to his mind was Father! We'll get to mention that, but we won't get to hang out long there because of our abbreviated lesson plan. His priority was prayer. And I don't know if you've ever been mistreated in any way or in any setting, but was the first word that came to mind, Father? Did you have a priority of prayer? But we don't get to hang out long there because of our abbreviated lesson plan. Not only do we see his priority was prayer, but we see him perform pardoning through pain. There is a pardoning that happens through pain. So it could not have felt good to be whipped. It could not have felt good to be bleeding. But we see that his priority was to pardon. He was ready to bless, although he was bleeding. He was ready to help, although he was hurting. And he wanted to pardon the unfit, even though he was uncomfortable. There was a pardoning through the pain. But we don't get to hang out there long because of our abbreviated lesson plan. After you see this priority of prayer, and after you see this pardoning through pain, I want to draw your attention to the present participle. Everybody say present participle. Now you have to specifically look at the transliteration of the Greek text of the New International Version to see the present participle. Come on, class, let's look at our reading assignment again. Luke 23:34. It says, Father, forgive them because they do not know what they are doing. The present participle speaks to the ing, which means there was a present tense issue going on that he was praying a prayer of pardon for. It's the present participle that we want to celebrate today. Is anybody excited about the ing? Father, forgive them because they do not know what they are doing. Which means that he was praying for them while they were still doing what they were doing. I don't know about you, but I have a hard time forgiving something after the offense is over. I have a hard time forgiving things when it's already been said, done. People have promised they won't hurt you in that way again. But he was praying a prayer of forgiveness while it was still going on. Is anybody excited about the ing? He had a present participle pardoning prayer that said, Father, forgive them because they don't know what they are doing. I don't know about you, but I'm excited about the ing. The present participle. It is a grammatical suffix that means that it is continually going on right now. Can we just think about the ing? The I in the ing. It reminds me of his infinite forgiveness. The forgiveness that keeps happening over and over and over and over and over and over. It's an infinite forgiveness. I'm excited about the ing. The N reminds me of his never-ending mercy. Now mercy isn't about the fact that you were wrongly convicted. But mercy is for those things that you shown up guilty for. So I'm excited that he wasn't praying for them to get off the hook for something they were wrongly convicted for, but he was praying a prayer of pardon for them who were in the wrong at the same time that he was dying. Is there anybody excited that God sent his son Jesus to die for what you shown up did wrong? And so I'm excited about the ing because his infinite forgiveness covers with never-ending mercy. And his mercy does not run out. His mercy is never depleted. His mercy is mercy that it says his mercy endureth forever. His mercy endureth forever. His mercy endureth forever. I'm just excited today about the ing, the infinite forgiveness and the never-ending mercy. Not only am I excited about this present participle because of the infinite forgiveness and the never-ending mercy, but I'm so excited about the grace to take my place. Those that were in the audience were the guilty ones. He that was on the cross was the innocent one. But there was a grace to take my place. I should have been the one bleeding. I should have been the one whipped. I should have been the one with no more chances. But there was a grace to take my place. I'm so excited about the ing. It was the first episode of Trading Spaces. The grace to take my place. Anybody excited about the ing? We see that while they were plotting, he was praying, ing. We see that while they were sinning, sin, ing, he was sacrificing, sacrifice, ing. We see that while they were doing what they were doing, do, ing, he did not stop dying, die, ing. Is there anybody excited about the ing? It's the present participle that we celebrate on this Good Friday. Now, I want to propose that most of us learned our first present participle before our first day of school. Before kindergarten, before preschool. Maybe you learned it on the playground. Maybe you learned it at recess. Maybe you learned it in the backyard. Maybe you learned it at the porch. The first present participle, it went a little something like this. Jamel and the senator sitting in the tree. Kiss. First came love, then came marriage, then came 4 babies in the baby carriage. Y'all remember that first present participle that you learned? Well, join me in a remix of that present participle song. God's son Jesus hanging on a tree. D-Y-I-N-G, dying. He showed love, then showed courage. Now I live under his blood coverage. Say it with me. Look at the screen. God's son Jesus hanging on a tree. D-Y-I-N-G, dying. He showed love, then showed courage. Now I live under his blood coverage. One more time. God's son Jesus hanging on a tree. D-Y-I-N-G, dying. He showed love, then showed courage. Now I live under his blood coverage. That concludes first period. Somebody give God praise for the I-N-G.